Back to the game.
Back to the game. We probably should have been playing while we're talking.
No, this is important stuff. We got real content coming up. Well, I mean, we could have talked during.
Yep.
But I can't even with. I'll just continue to rant. Look at this.
Hey.
What?
Did you hear something just now?
Hmm? It must be in your head.
Like Aiba.
I think you're turning into Alex. You're both haters.
I mean, I always have been. I've been a hipster since before hipsters were a thing. Well, since before it was cool to be a hipster. If it's mainstream, I don't like it.
Well, Alex and I actually talked about, like, we both love System of a Down, but he says Toxicity might be his least favorite album because of how popular it is, and I'm like, that just means you're, He's like, what? Because he brought up the thing with Death Note, too, which I think we mentioned in a different video, too. Because he's like, well, I don't like Toxicity so much because of, like, how popular Toxicity and Psycho are songs, and, like, and Chop Suey. He's like, yeah, they were playing on the radio all the time. Like, I mean, like, my enjoyment of the song.
Right, I agree with that. But things that tend to be popular to me are such generally empty shell things.
Don't worry about it.
Fair.
Just trust me.
He also told me Linkin Park's Meteor album is his least favorite Linkin Park album. I'm like, that's just wrong.
The original Cyclops killer has yet to be brought
like,
to
I get
justice.
anything after Meteor because, like, they changed style so much. But, like,
that was the last we
if
heard
you're
anything
if you're
about
getting
it.
mad about one of
Of
Linkin
course,
Park's
they paid lip
two
service
main
to the
albums
idea that the investigation
that was their original
ongoing,
style,
but in reality,
but you're not going to
it was
list the other album as a problem too, it's like, what's really the problem here? Is it you?
in the Somnium earlier. I saw someone else who might be the
You're okay with
criminal.
Hybrid Theory but not Meteora? I gotta
Who was
question where you're at.
I wouldn't know.
I don't know.
You ever looked in a mirror, Date?
The
Is it you?
Sinker does not always experience the Somnium they expect.
I don't know. The
Dreams are pieced together from
The,
memories, even repressed subconscious.
hater scene is not my thing. Like, the only popular things I really hate on are Call of Duty because it's just the same thing.
We don't always see
And
the memories
Ubisoft,
we expect to see.
Assassin, Tom
True,
Clancy, Creed,
oftentimes the
Far
subject
Cry.
will subconsciously want
shenanigans.
to express
We
their
talked
dark
about that.
secrets.
Yeah.
Nothing
But our
wrong with
audience doesn't
taking a
know.
working
That is
formula
so
and making
often
it happen
insomnia.
again. If
And
some people
why
enjoy
those
that,
Somnia
that's
are
okay.
so useful for
Well,
criminal
it probably you're
investigations.
paying, charging full
But
price for it.
This is not a
For less
guarantee.
work.
We cannot
Possibly less
control
work.
the content
Possibly
of
As
less
long
work.
as you don't do the
dreams
loot
after
box
all.
crap, I'm okay.
I mean, Assassin's Creed did the XP boosters
It's
in their
like I
single player
told you
games.
before.
Dreams
Yep.
are pieced together from
I'm pretty sure the Tom
memories,
Clancy
even
games do something
repressed
similar.
subconscious ones. This can be expressed as an equation. Dream D equals memory A plus memory B plus memory C.
Divided by
This,
memory
of course,
F.
means that Dream D is a fictional event. However,
DD.
the same cannot necessarily be said about memory A, B, and C. Those happened in reality. In other words, fiction is built from combinations of reality.
And the
So
vice
what I
versa.
saw in
could-
Somnium earlier.
said.
Yes, I believe Iris actually witnessed those events.
She died every single one of those times.
Peter,
Iris is 4
you
different
said
people.
that memories happen in reality, right? But what about false memories?
Yep.
How do we know if the memory
Exactly.
really happened?
Even false memories are built from the pieces of real ones. If you disassemble those pieces, you will find real events.
What about things you see in movies or television?
You ever played
The
LA
events
Noire?
might be fictional,
No.
but the experience
That's
is not.
one of the few Rockstar games
Our
I haven't tried to
imaginations
play.
are limited to what
Maybe
we
have
have
to,
seen.
might have to be
We cannot
I do.
invent something whole cloth.
because I think I remember a review, or you. I think I remember a review saying that
Date, can
they
you
use a
turn on
lot
the
of
TV?
criminal psychology
Video drone is
in
about to start.
LA Noire.
What's
Like looking up and to the left
You
usually
haven't seen
signifies
Video
lying,
Drone?
and down to the
Mm.
It's
right
a cult
means like
classic.
shame and honesty.
I have.
Only have some weird.
That's not a TV anyway.
Well, I mean, it's they like I said, they use criminal psychology, which I'm a psychology guy, and that's what I was wondering about earlier with
This
Iris.
brings back
Is she was looking
memories.
in different directions, but I
Date
don't
and I
think.
consummated our love for
any
each
of that.
other many times on
I don't
that
know.
table.
I think
I
they
don't remember that at all.
they might.
I don't
These
know,
games are so.
I was trying to watch Iris's. I mean, they did the heat thing, but that has to do with the eyeball, and of course they're gonna do that. Anyway, let's find out stuff.
Didn't I
LA
tell
Noire
you?
might be one of
The entire
few
case
Rockstar
is a
games that give
state
another.
secret. No matter how many times you ask, I won't
I just don't get
tell
into
you
Rockstar.
anything.
Right.
The Cyclops killer appeared 6 years ago. I lost my memory 6 years ago. There has to be some kind of
Gonna
connection.
be a reveal.
There isn't. It's a coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Really.
Help me understand this. What I saw during the sink earlier, that was the scene of the original Cyclops serial killings, right?
Yeah.
So the person doing the killing was the original Cyclops killer.
Right.
Did you see him? He was...
I saw your face. The original Cyclops killer was...
It can't be. That's impossible.
Date, you cannot say that for certain.
Well, no one knows if I was the original killer.
6 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. And he's missing an eyeball. What I've been saying
So
since like the
perhaps,
beginning.
Mr. Date, you are the killer. You're missing your left eye, so you steal them from others.
I'm kidding. You can't be the Cyclops killer.
Really?
Of course not. Do you think I would hire a serial killer? You
do we
interrogated
get paid?
Iris before the sink. What you saw in the Somnium was just a manifestation of the fear you put in her.
I'm not
Yeah, why would you have me go into her
You
mind
can't dream
then?
of something you know nothing about.
That means Iris must know about the killings.
well,
6 years ago, Iris was 12.
She
supposedly.
witnessed the crime at age 12? And not just one, but all four?
We have like records to check her age. Like, come on.
Yeah, right? I mean, we stole her, strapped her in, and went into her mind against her will. Why don't we know?
What's her
Dante,
blood type though?
It looks like Iris is about
Matters.
to wake up.
Got it.
How mad is she? I'd be pissed.
Hey, Iris. About that dream earlier.
Dream? What dream?
There is no point in asking her, Date. The subject of a sink does not experience somnium in the way that you do. They will not
What about that
remember
fucking boulder hitting a gun?
Then what about the Cyclops killer? From
Sorry,
6 years
boulder
ago?
that hits a hook that hits a gun.
Cyclops killer? I remember hearing it on the news. But I was just a little girl. I don't remember anything specific.
You don't?
No,
What about the scene of the murder?
I don't know. I've never been there.
But...
Dreams are pieced together from memories, even repressed subconscious ones.
Is that the point of why we went into her conscious? Like, bring those you would remember?
You can't dream of something you know nothing about.
That's how we brought. What's her
Date,
face?
could you take Iris home?
Huh?
We do not have enough evidence to hold her. Even in Somnium, we couldn't find anything. The law demands that we release her.
You cannot decline, Date.
Like, now if you don't tell me what you saw, I'm gonna put this video online.
Right?
Dang it!
Date, could we make a stop first?
Sure. Where?
Marble. It's a bar in Golden Yokocho.
You know about that place?
Yeah, Mr. Okiura took me before.
That mama's place?
Why do you want to go there?
There's
Think so.
something I want to talk about.
We can't talk here?
It might take a while.
Strap in.
there's no reason to refuse.
Roar like a lion.
Besides,
Tiger.
there's a lot I want to ask
Something.
her, too. All right, sure.
Go take us the wrong way, but how old are you?
Your iBot.
Sorry, imagine it turns the wheel. Now. Into the wall. Dang it!
Why doesn't your iBot intercept the Nile message? No, I don't think so. Your iBot already hacked Oda's computer. And everything.
I mean, he was simping. That's a little different.
Yeah.
With some murder case.
And then we totally blackmailed him with it. Yeah, this is Mom's place.
Tessa!
Oh, Ota.
Ota, Ota, you sit at a bar in your face.
Why is he here?
Why is he with my woman?
How many bottles of alcohol are on the counter? Nope.
That hasn't changed.
Nope.
Really builds a character.
Oh, hanger. Poor timing.
Oh. Till in front of the sofa. Ooh. We're getting the real detail.
You know, now that I think about it, at least the guy was dead before he got strung up like that awful way. Almost have to blur that out.
No, I didn't tell him to
You're
come.
worried about that,
Yeah.
but
just set up on his own.
not receptionist.
That's almost nudity.
Ah.
Like, it's a couple pixels lower and I'd be like,
No,
we'd get banned.
this is my new one. You're thinking of the one I dropped.
Hey,
in
you're
the
worried
car.
about a receptionist who's wearing clothes.
I was nihiling with Tessa earlier.
I'm worried what a further
She said
conversation
she was
might
going to
do
Marble, so
to Miss Receptionist.
I got here just before you did.
She seems obsessed with you.
Look, I was really worried
Just wants
about
her number.
She was about to be
She has it.
with a serious
Yeah, so
crime.
what's the harm in talking?
Oh, she left a little while ago.
Oh, please
She
don't
said
let Mama
something
be.
about going to help
I'd
an
be sad.
acquaintance. She told me to watch the place until she got back.
How well do you know Mama?
Not at all. It's my first time here.
But why were you here in the
This
first place?
actually
Just
works
for
out
to
nicely.
meet?
I want to ask you something, Ota. It's about a Nile message you sent Iris. You said you wouldn't tell anyone about that thing. That you'd stay quiet no matter what. What were you talking about?
Well,
I'll tell her about the two-witter thing. I swear I'll do it.
geez, fine. Just don't tell anyone else, okay? But before I tell you, who's that?
What?
Is it a trick?
At the door. Someone's standing outside.
What?
I knew it.
Wow.
I knew it.
You knew it?
Hey, I said this is a trick.
Yeah, but you knew that he was gonna get like that?
I thought they were gonna run off.
So did I. That's different. That's not running off. That's
No, that's
assault.
assaulting an officer.
Yeah. I thought that you were like, I knew he was gonna do that. I'd be like, ow!
I knew he was gonna do something shady. Sure.
Yeah, I figured they
Well,
were just
like-
gonna run away.
Where am I?
Where's his eye?
It looks like you're awake now.
Poor mama.
I'm glad she's alive.
Well, she's the bad guy.
Well, I mean, maybe. Well, Mama doesn't weigh 105 pounds.
I mean, you don't have to be there for the crime to be part of it.
Somebody had to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Iris did the crime.
I think it's more so Oda.
I don't think Oda did it.
I don't know, they're being sketchy as hell right now. I mean, I just did get tased.
They're being sketchy. Yeah, that's a thing. Like, what is the secret?
So important that you have to tase an officer of the law.
Right?
A serial killer officer.
Yep.
Repo Man.
Yeah, he didn't have his eye. Pretty sure.
I don't know, I feel like we'd be losing half the screen right.
Does seem like a pretty narrow field. Shut up, phone.
I tried.
Unprofessional.
You wouldn't budge.
Right?
I thought you were passed out drunk, so I left you like that.
But I didn't have a glass in front of me, right?
Oh, he does have his
So
eye.
you weren't drunk?
At least, now he does.
Didn't have a single drop.
Oh, I thought you were drinking straight out of the bottle. Just like the old days. Ota, the boy I asked to watch the bar?
I'd say he's too old to be called a boy, but yeah.
He was already gone when I came back.
He's Ash Ketchum. Perpetually
All
14.
I saw was you getting your beauty sleep on the floor.
Damn it, Ota. What are you thinking?
It appears that he took off with Iris.
What were you
tracked
doing
him?
during all this?
My power was shut down due to the stun gun. I have rebooted in safe mode and am now operational.
Yeah, why blame Aiba? Come on. Aiba can only do so much.
It'll be 3 o'clock soon.
3
In the
o'clock.
morning, of course.
Oh. Guess they don't have laws about shutting down. Or maybe... Who's calling at 3 in the morning?
The boss.
The boss.
Oh, how am I gonna report this one?
Date, listen. Stay calm, but this is an emergency. Just now, the killer... Well, just watch the video.
Oh no.
I sent the address to Aiba.
Iris!
Iris.
Okay.
It's not looking good for our boy Oda.
Oh. This has got to be staged, right? This is staged.
No, that's...
It said live stream, so is that like... Yeah, okay.
Source.
Identify. The Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse, Koto District.
Okiura?
Date, focus. We need to get to the site, now.
Okay. This isn't staged, then it's definitely fucking out.
What's our ETA?
Our destination is far from here.
Go faster.
20 minutes at the fastest.
Please, please let me make it in time.
Us.
I mean, this kind of goes with the theme of crazy fans.
That sick bastard.
What?
Polar bear.
Didn't we see a polar bear in... Oh no! No, no, don't. I wanted her to go to die.
Tessa! Hold on! I'll save you!
This could be staged.
Yeah. And if she has her eye gone, then it's definitely... Well, it could be staged by Oda, but it would be staged by Iris.
Stay away from Tessa!
Oh, she had a fake eye.
True. That's true.
It seems staged, though,
I mean,
in one way or another.
Oda does that. Either way, it's fucked up. Real or state.
What is guilty about something, though? No matter what. I mean, he literally tased me for no reason.
Yeah.
So there's gotta be a reason.
Well, still being live streamed, and
Here's back.
No, it can't be.
Got messed up.
No.
Or they're live streaming a pre-recorded video that's on
Could
loop.
be.
Although
No,
the
don't
stop
do
rate
it.
was lower.
Don't do it. Ah.
Setting.
No!
Fucking polar bears, man. Global warming to this.
What?
There's multiples. Okay.
Triple what?
My mind all over the place right now.
Right?
You damn kids and your energy drinks.
All four.
Oh, time for the mega what? The mega who?
It's getting dark.
I mean, yeah.
Like, we went from lady tied up on a pole on a merry-go-round with her eye missing to a dude hanging from a hook to this. Like, this is getting bad.
Am I being interrogated now?
I want a nice quiet place.
There you are.
Fuck.
Finally. I was looking all over for you. It's rare to see you down like this, but it's understandable. You blame yourself for this, don't you? Beating yourself up about taking Iris to Marble, and about letting Ota get the upper hand on you. Am I right? Shall I tell you what Investigation HQ thinks? Ota Matsushita is a criminal stalker who committed murder-suicide.
Uh-huh.
Ota had a selfish love for Iris. He was under the delusion that Iris loved him too.
Oh, Iris is
But
dead.
Iris refused Ota.
That was
So
gaming.
Ota decided
'Cause you still
that
see her
he
body
and
when you
Iris
walk
should be
in.
together
Like,
in the
they show it
afterlife.
first, like-
Killed her.
Yeah, but
and
she
killed himself.
eyeball. Like she was breathing.
Well, that still happened.
Did it?
I mean, like, when you walk into the factory, it shows, like, her body still laying there.
I
like,
didn't
in a
see
small
half
thing.
her body.
That's ridiculous. Ota
Better.
would never kill
I did,
Iris.
maybe I missed it.
It showed, like, her face
How do you
laying there.
explain
Like,
the
Yeah,
other
I
two
saw
murders?
that.
Iris's left eye was hollowed out. Just like Renju and Shoko. Those 3 murders were definitely executed by the same person. The new Cyclops killer. There's no way that's Ota. Too many pieces don't fit. Too many contradictions, like killing Iris.
Such as?
Oh, heavy. My emotion. I just, I just don't know.
I don't either. I knew this game was gonna get dark. Just not ready for it.
The culprit was wearing a polar bear costume, probably to hide their identity. But if murder-suicide was the plan, the costume served no purpose.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing to say to that? Okay.
Maybe he was thinking like this. The reason Iris and I can't be together is because her agency prohibits it. Making the president
You went
Renju
right
the
to the
ultimate
final.
bad guy in his mind.
Mizuki is Ota's close friend. Do you really think Ota would kill his friend's father?
Shoko was married to Renju. Maybe he was trying to get at Renju by
Right.
killing her.
That's a stretch. They've been divorced for years. Ota knows all about it. He wouldn't use Shoko to get to Renju.
Stay away from Tessa!
Ota showed himself on the stream. If he was gonna kill Iris and then himself, why would he do that? The only reason you would show yourself like that is to prove that you weren't the culprit. Ota and the polar bear on the screen at the same time would prove that they're not the same person.
Except they
That
never.
behavior would be totally unnecessary if he was gonna commit suicide anyway.
Well, maybe he wasn't planning on dying at first. After he killed Iris, he realized that he couldn't live with himself.
So he lies down on the workbench and turns on the ice cutting machine himself? I don't buy it.
Okay.
There are some additional discrepancies. I analyzed the investigation report. Judging by his wound, Ota was stabbed in the side by a kitchen knife or something similar.
Are you sure?
I am.
The boss is.
Oh, I know that.
Well,
Ota could have stabbed himself. Maybe he thought it would be a fatal wound, but when it didn't work, he went
Who
for
would
the ice
ever
cutting
do
machine.
that to themselves?
shouldn't we have
Psychos.
recovered the kitchen knife from the scene?
Have you seen
He
Scream?
threw it in the ocean.
Boss, come on.
Is that a
Ota
yes or a
goes out
no?
to the water,
I haven't.
Stabs himself
Okay.
in the gut, throws the knife over the side, then walks back
You know,
to the warehouse?
there have been serial killers in the past who have injured themselves.
Well, I wasn't
Yeah,
being
but-
serious.
cutting their
I
own
didn't
body
think
in half
Ota
with
was the
the
culprit
ice
from the
machine?
beginning.
Well, that's
what I'm saying.
I was
Is
just
who
playing
would
devil's
who would
advocate for
do
HQ.
that?
Really?
Psychopath.
Yes, really.
Yeah.
It is some satanic
Anyway,
ritual.
Ota didn't kill anyone, and he didn't kill himself. Here's what I think
The
happened.
fish packing plant. God of death.
Stay away from Tessa!
Ota knew Iris was kidnapped, so he rushed onto the scene. That's when he saw the culprit wearing the polar bear costume. He tried to fight him off, but ended up being stabbed in the side. He was weakened and losing blood at the culprit's mercy. The culprit forced him into the costume, then under the ice cutting machine. And then...
Then, who is the culprit?
I wish I knew.
We're up to 4 victims. But Ota was a special circumstance. He wasn't specifically targeted by the culprit.
Right. And he was the only one to not have his eye pulled out.
So let's focus on the 3 other victims. Shoko, Renju, and Iris.
So who's
What
next? Is it?
connects these 3?
Is it
Connections.
the
If you find a
daughter?
connection between the victims, you find a connection to the culprit.
Yeah, I
That's
would
the theory of investigation, right?
lock her
You
down
think the new
super
Cyclops
hard.
killer is
At
related
this
to them
point, I'd be like,
somehow?
you stay in the station.
Maybe, maybe not. But it's a good starting point.
If this game kills Mizuki, I'll be super upset.
I do not think she does.
I will
I'm
be
assuming no.
so upset.
Mizuki has the strongest connections with all 3 victims. Shoko and Renji were her parents.
And I really
She
hope
was close
she's
friends with Iris.
she can't be the killer.
She was
I
good
don't
friends
think
with
she
Ota,
is
There's
too.
no way. That would be
That's
that would
why
make
I
this
could
game
never believe Mizuki would kill all 4
I'm
of
done.
them.
No more. Walking away.
Thinking of her
Or
as
they'll
a
have another
suspect is
anime plot
ridiculous.
twist. I mean, what, this is like a 20-something hour game, and we're like 7 hours into it?
They were high school classmates.
No,
And she did say that she met Shoko twice.
it's not.
But I
She
can't
won't do
imagine she would kill Iris in such a gruesome way.
Maybe she's the killer.
No matter what
No,
the
she-
circumstances were.
Not gonna kill her
It
though.
seems impossible to me.
If it's her daughter.
Are we guessing? This is
Renji
we're
and
guessing who
Shoko
did
were
it.
connected to
And it
the
wasn't him
Kamakuras.
either.
But
He looks
there's
too
no
dumb.
connection to Iris.
Yeah.
Looks like he's not fully there.
The congressman actually has.
Renju, Shoko, and So. There is a connection between Renju and Shoko through the Kumakuras. But again, I can't see any clear link to Iris.
Maybe she saw it. Oh my god.
Mayumi had motive for killing Iris and Renju.
What?
Mayumi hated Iris, and she didn't think well of Lemnis Gate either. And since Renju is the president... Anyway, the weak point is Renju's ex-wife, Shoko. I can't imagine why Mayumi would kill her.
Unless they're all in it together.
Above all else, she would
Including
never
me.
let alone kill him.
Somebody call an ambulance, but not for me.
I know Renju and Shoko. And I'm connected to Iris. But I have an alibi. Aside from Shoko, there's no way I could have killed any of them. No, now that I think about it, Shoko too.
I have an eyeball.
I don't remember killing her. My memories from 6 years ago are missing, but I still have my memory of recent events. And if I start doubting myself now...
Come on,
Date,
Iva.
I can say without a doubt
There we go.
there is zero possibility you are the new Cyclops killer.
You are the old one, though.
I have been working
Right.
with you for years. I know better than anyone that you are innocent.
And you were there. Unless you take your eyeball out when you're not in public, where
I
you
thought
just...
it over, boss.
Unless during
But
that
the people
hour's
I know
period of time
can't peg any of
when
them
he's
as the
knocked
murderer.
out.
And
This all
no
happened, they
leads
just
to pursue?
live stream a pre-recorded video.
Then there's
Right.
only one thing you can do. Continue your investigation. Do whatever it takes to get the culprit. To get justice for the victims.
What it tastes you just for you to become
You're
a
right.
fucking psychopath.
Got it, boss.
And then you came back to the bar and laid down like nothing happened.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Old storage warehouse. Oh! My heart, my feelings.
All my feel-bads.
Feels Batman. Kagami!
I don't think that's Kagami.
Feels like so.
I recognize Kagami.
No, nothing so far.
It could be. Sounds like him. I guess they didn't want.
Not the time to for such fun
checked
times.
this place point by point, but didn't find nothing.
That means you found something, because that's a double negative. Didn't find nothing. Are you the killer?
Terribly. This warehouse looks like what was in her mind, so it's like she's been here
A
before.
video camera and laptop. This is what the criminal used to stream.
Why you gotta keep showing it? I'm sad
All
face.
of these items have been bought from pawn shops.
Maybe they
and
were
thrift
stalking the
stores.
killer?
It would be difficult to determine a suspect from them. I have logged into the Wi-Fi in this warehouse. Okiura Fishery Co., Ltd. is listed as the owner.
Run by.
However, I found the password written directly on the router. Anyone who saw it could have used it. I have done some research. As the name suggests, the company is owned by the Okiuras, the same Okiuras we know. Renju's father created the company.
Another connection to Renju.
No, actually. Currently, Okiura Fishery has nothing to do with Renju. The company has been managed by office representatives for the past 17 years after Renju's father died. Renju holds no shares and is not involved in the management. In short, Renju did not inherit the company from his father, and it was instead given to other persons.
But it can't be a coincidence.
It certainly is suspicious. This forklift is old. It does not appear to be functional. It has not been moved in some time.
Ice? Oh, I suppose we're.
Iris's
So they were both
estimated
sliced
time
in.
of death and cause of death have been confirmed. The video was not a recording. It was a live stream, filmed in real time.
Oh, there goes your
Which means
theory.
Iris's time of death is 3:20 a.m.
Iris also had her left eye removed.
Yeah.
And like Renju and Shoko, Iris's left eyeball has not
Yes,
been
I'd say
recovered.
lock down Suzuki,
Absolutely.
and even the receptionist. Because they're the only people I can think of that relate to.
All three,
Yeah.
I suppose.
And yourself.
Yeah. Nope. I'm done. Let's just camp out in the basement.
I can't. Well, we haven't met that many other characters, but I mean, those are the only ones I can think of that are remotely related to any of those other three people.
Okagami.
Kagami did meet Mizuki.
Uh-huh.
And you.
And Iris.
Was he at the scene at that time?
Iris.
Right here. Iris and Ota were.
I am sure you are already aware of Ota's time of death
Just before I arrived. About 3:30 in the morning.
and the cause of death.
Right, about that. Ota had a stab wound from a kitchen knife in his side.
Correct.
What was the exact cause of death? Was it the knife wound or...
I cannot determine that. I can conclude that the knife wound was at least close to being fatal. Even if Ota was still alive on the workbench, he was certainly on the verge of death. If he weren't already extremely weak, we would expect to see more signs of struggle.
But why? Why did the culprit put the costume on Ota?
Unknown.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Date, we should get moving. Officers from the local jurisdiction
I mean, it could muddy up
warehouse
stuff,
thoroughly.
but
We will not find anything
I'd be
of
curious.
importance here.
They could even find out
you're right.
who wore the costume in the first place. But
You can ask CSI to inform you if they find anything.
All right.
I don't have any ideas of that.
Dino
There are only a
DNA.
few items on the shelf.
Is this warehouse not in use?
A dog. There was something.
It was the kill. Really?
Date, I have to talk to you about something.
Huh?
About the original Cyclops serial killings.
Why this all of a sudden?
Because I want you to solve this case, Mr. Date. I want you to find who did this and bring them to justice.
Objection!
So, if I can help you, even a little.
Why didn't you say anything at Abyss?
The boss was there. I couldn't speak openly in front of her. So I decided to meet you here.
All right. Let's hear it.
Earlier, I told you that I was completely certain the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes. I am absolutely certain the original Cyclops killer could not have committed these crimes. Let me explain why. I'll start by telling you the identity of the Cyclops killer. Although, it's more accurate to say, killers.
More than one?
In the first series of killings, the culprit had an accomplice. One of them was born a murderous psychopath. The other is Rohan Kumakura, the previous chairman of the Kumakuras.
One that jumped off the roof.
They each had a role to play. The murderer committed the homicide, and Rohan removed the eyeball.
Really? And it didn't gang to be.
18 years ago, Rohan took a woman's eye. She was already dead. He put his finger into her eye socket and gouged it out. The reason why was simple. He was fascinated by women's eyes. Their beauty stimulated his greed and his desire to possess them. He needed to have them, to make them his own. Driven by this instinctive impulse, he took the woman's eye. From then on, he acquired a grotesque obsession with the eyes of dead women. He was very particular about his need that the eye belonged to a deceased woman. But even being the head of a Yakuza gang, there weren't too many opportunities for him to indulge. His deepest, darkest desire went unfulfilled for years. However, he soon met his ideal partner, the aforementioned Cyclops.
Yeah.
The Cyclops killer would commit the murder, and Rohan would take the eye. Thus, a mutually beneficial relationship was established. This was the origin of the Cyclops serial killings. At about the same time, you were assigned to Abyss.
Really?
Which one should I go with?
Whichever one.
Why did he get clapped?
That, I don't know.
The details of the original Cyclops serial killings case have become nebulous over time. Even the official investigation material contains nothing of value. I am unable to draw any conclusions from them.
You really have no idea?
If I did, I would tell you.
Alright.
He was born with a brain dysfunction. Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Oxytocin is a peptide hormone linked to feelings of love, affection, and trust. It is colloquially referred to as the love hormone. It causes a tranquilizing effect which improves mood and relieves stress. It is normally secreted when the body makes contact with an object of affection, such as an embrace or caress.
I'm sure you know what this implies, but
My Christians.
he was unable to feel love in the way that we do. However, he was able to experience a substitute. His brain was wired in such a way that allowed him to feel satisfaction through other means.
I mean,
Due to the unique
what happens.
idiosyncrasies of his brain, he was able to release large amounts of dopamine and endorphins by performing a certain action.
What was it?
Murder.
Dopamine is a hormone linked to the
Drugs.
reward system of the brain.
Don't murder people,
Pleasant
kids.
feeling
Do
achieved
drugs.
through accomplishment is dopamine. Endorphins are a kind of brain narcotic. They dull pain and create a feeling of happiness.
He got pleasure from killing people?
It's slightly more complicated than that. Killing people was the only way he could get pleasure. He was 12 when he took his first life. That enlightened him to the pleasure of murder, which he would do again and again.
12. Like, Iris...
The original Cyclops killer had an accomplice.
There were 2 Cyclops killers.
And
One
of
for
them
each
was
eye.
the former chairman of the Kumakuras, Rohan Kumakura.
The other one was.
Rohan committed suicide
So they know.
by jumping to
That's
his
the
Why
first
wasn't
kill
you
was at
telling us
12.
who it is?
That means... Pewter, tell me this. One of the original killers is dead, I know that. But that means one remains. Who is he?
After his 4th murder, he was arrested by the police. They actually picked him up on other charges. But, in any case, he is currently serving a life sentence in Fuchu prison.
Fuchu prison?
Yes.
What's his name?
In prison, he doesn't have a name.
83.
He is simply
89?
called Number 89.
Hey.
89.
I know who killed Shogun Adami.
So, now you know why I said that. That the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes. Because one is dead, and the other is behind bars.
Still could direct it
Neither of
behind
them had
bars.
the opportunity.
But he didn't do the actual killing.
I'm not buying. You're done, were you? Oh, I suppose you said icon.
Yep.
I mean, you do whatever you want. We don't have to.
I don't know, man. There's a box right there.
I mean, people would probably get upset if we didn't, but
It's a bad ending.
bad ending.
Oh, different color boxes. Containers, even.
They're not stacked though. That's a lie. What if there's a watch in the oven? There's it.
Watch that oil drum. Crane.
Watch in the crane. There's it.
They have a clock. Entire warehouses.
Now where are you going?
Let's go to the diner. We could use some food. And murder. Tensions.
Wait, is this Boca's mom?
Yep.
Oh, why did you have to come here? It's gonna be sad.
I mean, I think it'd be sad most of the place. No, tree.
That is.
Okay, well. Lucky cat, let's go.
I'm gonna need to go watch some My Little.
Little bro.
And just, I mean, no, but I will be. God.
I'm so depressed I have to go home and watch some horror movies. Return some videotapes.
Well, I guess that's one way to get people involved is hanging around a while, get love and give personality, and then knock them off.
Yep. Hate him for a second because they did something really stupid, then immediately like, oh.
I mean, Chunsoft did a really good job with Danganronpa. Like, it's ridiculous and outrageous.
Yeah.
They were really good at doing this sort of thing there, too.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, I only know through the anime, but I mean...
Yeah, well, the anime is accurate to the game.
So just skip straight to 3. Bastard. Ugh.
This is your fault. I heard from the police. Because you didn't take care of Iris, my boy Ota got involved.
Date, I looked into the investigation report. Mayumi confirmed Ota's body early this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry. I want to be alone right now. Did you not hear me? I said leave!
Date, let's go. She is in no state to talk.
Pretty sure I'd be absolutely...
Yeah, you're right.
My question is, why isn't the door locked? The door locks! That, Iris's place?
More sadness.
Oh, I've lost my right arm. I know one way to cheer us up.
Not gonna happen.
Oh.
I mean, it's great, but...
The only thing that can make me cry right now is if they were playing the Naruto sad theme. That'd be like, oh!
Speaking of, it's okay for men to cry. I hate the stigma that you can't. I cry at movies. It's okay.
Absolutely. I cried at games. It's usually games though. So I'm more. I guess probably because I get more involved with the characters because like you're actually getting to know them over more hours.
Right.
Than a movie.
Yeah, I'm genuinely upset. Like I'm not tearfully upset, but I'm genuinely upset.
I know the first time I ever got like genuinely upset by a game though was Gears of War. I'm not gonna spoil reasons why, but say there's a death. Not ready for it.
My first one was Final Fantasy, or and it really shouldn't be spoilers. Sid jumps off the airship and plunges down, blowing himself up and sealing. I thought he was dead. Genuinely made me upset.
I think the saddest I've ever been during a game though was playing Nier Automata. That game is the most beautifully depressing game I've ever played.
Iris was my everything. We always went everywhere together. Whether it was buying clothes, or going to the movies, or taking a walk, or going shopping at the supermarket. When she was young, she would just hold one of my fingers. Her hand was too small to hold mine. Then it was 2, then 3, and finally she could hold my hand. But eventually, she left my hands altogether. She started crossing her arms, being independent, even though she needed constant attention growing up. Her memories are a part of this room. And always will be. When she was a baby, she fell off that sofa and cried and cried. One day she tore up her picture book all over the floor here. Another time she drew with crayons all over the window. She painted my portrait on Mother's Day. Scratches on the floor, chipped plates, burn marks on the table, stains on the cushions. Everything you see. It all holds a memory of her. But why?
In the language of flowers, the iris means good news and hope. When I saw the flowers this morning, I just knew something good would happen.
Mr. C, hard time.
Iris.
Yeah. I'll have to remember to give him.
Oda was one of my students. I taught him in elementary school. I heard it from the police. Oda tried to help Iris and ended up... I don't know what to say. I have no words.
Hitomi, my entire focus is on this case.
Mhm.
Really sure.
Is there anything at all you can tell me?
I mean, for the most part, it's a
I don't know
very
if this is
not
important,
interactive
but
game.
No,
But they were
please.
able to
tell
focus
me.
a lot on the voice work,
I
at
may
least.
have told you this already. I met Renju's wife Shoko twice before. The first time at the wedding, the second time a month ago. That second time was in the waiting room of the prison.
Prison?
There's an acquaintance of mine from when we were younger. I visit them a few times a year. And by coincidence, I saw Shoko. I don't think she noticed me, but I recognized her as Renju's wife right away. She was there for the same reason I was, to visit one of the inmates.
Do you know who?
No, I don't. We didn't talk.
Which prison?
Fuchu Prison, in Tokyo.
Same.
Fuchu.
Prison?
Okay, there.
We're going to prison! Damn that Officer Barker. Remember that from Let's Go to Prison?
I'm
One of the
sorry
stupidest
to
movies I've ever
bother
seen. I
you.
love it though.
I'll be going now.
I don't know what to do. Thinking about her. Dante, please, you have to catch them. Please. Please.
I will. Trust me.
I think Mizuki's the last.
Are you okay, honey?
Huh?
Nope.
About last night. Well, at 3 in the morning, anyway.
You know about it?
It's on every channel. You have the face of a ghost. Do you want a glass?
I don't need a drink. I need information. Do you have anything?
Well, let's see. I do have I suppose you could call it intuition.
Tell me.
Really bad the bar didn't have.
Yeah, you could just see. Good. No time for comedy.
Going for some dark humor.
Jeez. At least we got the flyer.
What about the hangers? Can I not see the hangers from here?
Nope.
Something great.
I think it was. He's polishing a dried burrito.
The Kumakuras are involved in this case. Remember what I told you before? That there's a relationship between Ren and the Kumakuras?
Oh.
Shoko also has a relationship with them. You know about her dealings with the Kumakuras, right?
So basically, 2 of the victims are linked to the Kumakuras. That must mean they're involved somehow, right?
Not 2, 3.
3? Iris?
No, not that one. The boy.
What?
He came here last night?
Ota?
Yes, from Matsushita Diner. He's linked to the Kumakuras as well.
Really? No.
Have you heard the rumor? The Kumakuras own a handful of real estate companies. They of course look legit, but they're Yakuza fronts. I'll call those real estate companies the KE to keep it simple for you. The KE followed in So's footsteps. They bought up land in Kabasaki.
Okay.
Now, back to So. Have you heard of the plans for the casino in Kabasaki? So was the one who came up with it.
I was born and raised in Kabasaki. I remember the landscape of my childhood, and I loved it dearly.
Do you want it?
But look at Kabasaki now. When I see images of the destruction on television, my heart aches like it's being chopped to pieces. But I promise you, I will revive the Kabasaki district at any cost. Casino Town Kabasaki will give new life to the city.
After that, So moved fast. He submitted the bills he needed to the National Assembly after drumming up support in the right places. The bills passed, and it became an official government initiative.
Decontamination efforts therefore increased at a rapid pace in the Kabasaki district. At the moment, the area is still considered off-limits. However, the air in Kabasaki is currently purified to such an extent that it has no negative effect on the human body.
If the plan goes smoothly, land prices in Kabasaki are going to skyrocket. And all that land is owned by the KE. And by So himself. The land he bought back for $1 billion will be worth 10 times that soon.
He's involved in some shady business.
This is just another rumor, but the chemical plant exploding was no accident. It was done intentionally.
By So and the Kumakuras, you mean?
But there's no hard evidence of that. It's just gossip.
Hope I can still go back to the.
Date's residence?
Yeah.
Probably.
What were we talking about again?
Ota and the Kumakuras.
Oh, right. You know how Matsushita Diner is close to the Kabasaki district? The chemical plant explosion made times hard. Foot traffic went down, sales declined. No wonder it closed down. Ota must hold a grudge. Someone caused that explosion. And if it was intentional, oh, he'd hate them even more. That's how I link Ota to the Kumakuras.
Thank you, Mama. I don't know if what you told me will lead to anything, but...
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to waste your time.
No, it was very helpful.
I'm glad I can help, even if it's just a little.
Well then, be seeing you.
Come back anytime.
Yeah, probably end up at a bit.
This is the first time we've been in our own residence?
God.
Is it just a one-room apartment? One of us sleep on the couch, the other one on the bed.
Or Mizuki. Like, they're friends, and like, gee.
I don't know if I can look her in the eye.
Right? You're making a terrible pun. You are a horrible person.
I gotta lift the mood a little bit. I mean, further than her father's body did. Yikes. Okay, so we're gonna cut all that. No cuts! Why she got an iron pipe?
Mizuki's favorite metal pipe? What's that about? The rack.
She's the killer.
You can click on the rack too.
Rack City.
Yeah, it must be just one. A studio apartment, isn't it?
My apartment's bigger.
My last girlfriend had an apartment about this size. It was weird. The only thing different, bathroom is. I imagine that the apartment's bathroom is shared.
Like a dorm room.
Yeah, actually, it is basically a dorm.
I had a studio as my last couple of years. My last year up at school, I had a studio. Bathroom attached.
And that's nice. Bathroom's roughish.
Mizuki must know about Iris and Ota.
Needs a hug.
Of course. The news was distributed heavily across the internet. Not just
I feel like
in
they're basically
Japan,
attacking her.
but worldwide.
Kind of.
3 days ago, Mizuki discovered her mother's body. 2 days ago, her father's. This morning, 2 of her best friends. It is completely understandable that
No,
she
from
is
my
at her
understanding,
mental
2
limit.
only friends.
Right?
Can I be left alone for a while?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
What? No. Why would you even ask that?
Aiba, contact Abyss. See if they can get Mizuki a good counselor.
Understood.
And lock her in a basement.
Be sure to get 2 counselors in case one of them's a killer. Actually, 3 in case that killer is an accomplice.
Fuck. Like I said, Yuki, if I can't die. I will be done.
I am pretty confident she does.
I will be I didn't figure Iris would die. Or Ota.
I mean, they're side main characters. In these kind of games, they're not necessary.
Yeah, but Mizuki isn't either.
She is probably the second lead character, I would say. I don't know who else is more important than Kagami.
Aiba.
I mean, Aiba is you, though, too. So I guess technically we have 3 main characters. We have Mizuki, you, and Aiba.
Alright, let's,
all good there?
Yep, we'll call it here.
Alright, we'll see what happens at headquarters next time.
That's a rough one.
Yep. Like, subscribe, comment below, bye-bye!